Okay, you all, so today you are going to be completing this activity about deer populations, predation or starvation. So I'm going to read this. Introduction. In 1970, the deer population of an island forest reserve, about 518 square kilometers in size, was about 2,000 animals. Although the island had excellent vegetation for feeding, the food supply obviously had limits. Thus, the forest management personnel feared that overgrazing might lead to mass starvation, meaning they were afraid that if there were too many deer, they were going to overgraze, they were going to eat too much of the food, and then the deer were going to start to die in large quantities. Since the area was too remote for hunters, meaning hunters couldn't come and shoot the deer, the Wildlife Service decided to bring in natural predators to control the deer population. It was hoped that natural predation would keep the deer population from becoming too large and also increase the deer quality or health, as predators often eliminate the weaker members of the herd. In 1971, 10 wolves were flown into the island. So we have all these deer on an island. There's nothing there that's going to eat them or hunt them or keep their numbers low. So they decided to fly out 10 wolves who would hunt and eat the deer to hopefully limit the deer populations. The results of this program are shown in the following table. The population change, so we're looking here, is the number of deer born, deer offspring, minus the number of deer that died that year. So the predation plus the starvation. Predation are the deer that are eaten by wolves. Starvation are the deer that are killed because, or that die because they don't have enough food. So this is equal to deer offspring minus the numbers of predation and starvation. So 800 minus 400 minus another 100 would give us an additional 300 deer that year. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. So number one, this is the main part that I wanted to talk about because I'm afraid some of us are going to be confused. So we're graphing the deer and wolf populations on the graph below. So we're only looking at this wolf population column and this deer population column. So for right now, you can ignore the offspring, predation, starvation, and population change. Don't look at those. We're only comparing the two population columns. So we're going to use an open circle to show the deer populations and a closed circle to show wolf populations. You could also get two different colored pencils and use one color for wolf and one color for deer. The point of this is that once your graph is finished, once you've graphed both wolf and deer, you're going to be able to see the differences in their lines. So that's very important. Once you're finished graphing, flip it over, and there are several questions on the back. You need to make sure that you answer all of these questions in complete sentences. So, because I think so, or yes or no is not a complete sentence. I need complete sentences, and this is going to be for a minor grade. All right? I do want you to start for about the first 10 minutes working by yourself, and then your substitute will let you know when you are able to work with your table.